and welcome back to my channel. Today we are creating this look right here. This is a drugstore date night makeup look. So everything, at least like 99% of everything that I'm using today is from the drugstore. And if it's not from the drugstore, it's from brands that I love that are super affordable because I pretty much only pay for things that are affordable. I really love the way that this turned out, so I wanted to share it with you guys and also kind of hit two birds with one stone. Somebody did ask me to do a drugstore makeup look, and so I hope that this kind of touches on both of those. The thing with this eye is it's super easy and super fun and neutral, so you could wear this at any time. You could just switch up the lip and wear more of a neutral lip, and then it's a more wearable daytime look. And you can of course rock a bold lip whenever you want, even during the daytime if you're comfortable with that. So yeah, I hope that you guys like this. And also, if you guys recreate any of these looks, you can always tag me on Instagram at #MsFrebrd and I will see them. I would love to see any recreations that you guys do. Let's just go ahead and get started. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and start with the NYX Angel Veil Skin Perfecting Primer. I picked this up because a lot of people were saying that it was really similar to, what is it similar to? Oh, the Hourglass Veil Primer. And because I have like oily, sensitive skin, a lot of people really like that one. So they said, people have been saying that this one is a pretty good dupe for that. And I've used it a couple times, and I have used the Hourglass Veil, like, I don't know, once or twice in like a trial like packet or whatever, and I loved it so much. So I was like, oh, I don't know if I want to like spend the bucks on it like right now, so I'll just try the dupe. And so far, like, I feel like it's a pretty good dupe. I do like it, and I feel like it definitely keeps my makeup on like for a good amount of time. So I do really like it. It's my sponge. Oh, I'm gonna go ahead and start with my eyes. And for my eyes, I'm using the LA Girl Pro Primer in like in nude, in the color nude. And the reason the reason that I'm using this one is because since we are going for like a more like natural date night sexy look, I'm just using this one just because it's nude and it covers up like all of the veins and everything that are right here. And it's a pretty good primer, and it's a good affordable price. I picked it up on Amazon in like a trio. So I got the white one, the black one, and then this nude one. And I probably reach for this nude one the most, to be honest. This is literally going to be like the easiest look that you could ever do. And one of the reasons is because, I don't know if you can see, but my brushes are drying back there. I was like, oh, let me wash my brushes on the day that I'm gonna be doing a look. So that's a great idea. So because of that, we are doing this look. I'm gonna be taking what I like to do when I'm doing kind of like a quick and easy look is I like to take some sort of like pink shadow, because I feel like pink just goes with everything, like a light pink, like a nude pink, you know what I'm saying? It just goes with everything, like no matter what you're wearing or where you're going or whatever it is, especially if it's just like a simple date night. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the LA Girl Nudes palette. This is a really pretty palette, and I've actually never used it before, but it's pretty similar to like the Maybelline palette that is pretty similar to this. It's super pretty. It has gorgeous colors. I don't know, I feel like the colors are really pretty and like well pigmented. You can see that, like that's the pink. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this pink color right here, and I'm going to just basically saturate my brush in that, and I'm just going to apply this pretty much like just in the crease right here. Actually, we're just gonna go ahead and apply it all over the lid. This is really pretty. I actually really like this a lot. This This is not necessarily the correct brush to be using, but you can use whatever you want. I'm just using it because it's fluffy. It's a really nice palette. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and go in with this darker shade right here. It's a darker kind of like purpley pink color, and now I'm going to just apply that into my crease. Wow, these are a lot more pigmented than I thought they were going to be, like seriously. These are really pigmented. Like I'm impressed. Do you see that? I'm like really impressed right now. LA Pro girl. Wow. That's not what I thought was going to happen. Okay, with kind of a fluffy brush to just kind of transition everything, I'm gonna go ahead and take this kind of matte, this one right here. This is more of like a matte mauvey color. Wow, it is like seriously pigmented. And I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of dust this all over the rest of my lid, blending the rest of that, just pretty much blending everything like into everywhere else, which goes against probably anything anybody would tell you, but I do what I want. I can't believe how pigmented these are. I did not expect that whatsoever. These are so pretty. This could be a good like dupe for the, what's that really popular one? You guys know what I'm talking about. You know, the really popular one that looks like this. Could honestly be a dupe for it, I feel like, because this is stunning. Wow, I'm like thoroughly surprised. Using my finger as always, I'm just going back in with that first pink shade and dusting that all over my lid. You all know I like to use my fingers. Okay, well now that that's done. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and go in with the Milani Brow Fix Brow Kit. I've had this for a long time and I do prefer like my, I guess, high-end brow stuff, only I don't know why, I just do, but I do really like this one. This was my go-to for the longest time, so I'm so glad. I went through my collection and threw away or gave away a bunch of like drugstore products that I was like, I just don't use these anymore. Like I've just been using like the more expensive stuff so that I actually use it and I don't like waste my money, if that makes sense. But I'm so glad that I kept this. I almost picked up another one like today, in fact, because I was like, I think I threw that away. I didn't throw anything away, I gave it away. I donated it. But I'm so glad that I didn't. I was like, no way did I get rid of that, because I really do like this product, so I'm so glad that I still have it. This brush is not one that I would, actually yeah, I would use this brush. I'm using this brush. Ow, I will say that these tweezers in this Milani Brow Kit are not nice. They are brutal. Oh my goodness. I'm going to be taking this same kit and I'm going to be using this highlight for the highlight. Because that is, I actually really do like this highlight. It is like a serious highlight, so I try to make sure that I dust off any serious excess product that might be on my brush, just so that I'm not like highlight on fleek like right under my eyebrows, because I'm just not about that. But do what you want. If you like that, then do that. I think that this thing came with a spoolie. I just probably lost it. So hopefully you keep yours. So I'm gonna go ahead and move on to liner. I'm using the NYX matte liquid liner. I have the matte and the vinyl, but I tend to reach for the matte more. I don't know why, I just do. So I'm gonna go ahead and create a subtle wing. exactly even. Like, I mean, I know they're supposed to be sisters, not twins, but they're like not even cousins. Wipe away any excess with my fiance's socks. Sorry. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and go in with my L'Oreal True Match. This is in the color Warm Sun Beige W6. Yeah, so I'm just gonna go ahead and put that on. I used to use the Lumi one, and I love the Lumi one, but because it's summertime and I just tend to be like exceptionally oily, I decided to go to the original formula and use this for at least for the summertime. So, and it's been working out pretty well. I love my Tarte foundation, but obviously I always go back to this, especially when somebody was like, do a drugstore whatevs, and I was like, okay. So I got to come back to my L'Oreal True Match. So I'm using this crazy sponge from Morphe. I tried to get my hands on the red one, and it was literally sitting in my cart for like way too long, and I was like, oh, go ahead and buy that blender now. And it was gone, out of stock. I was like, okay, cool, like same day. So I could only get my hands on this one, which thus far, I haven't used it yet. This is the first time that I'm using it. But I love how like fluffy it is. It's not super dense, so I don't know. I'm just gonna go ahead and use like this flat side and see how it goes. Wow. So far, I'm impressed. It's dispensing. Oh, that was smart. Note to self, get your hair out of the way. I'm still like so dewy. This light isn't helping either, but I love how soft this sponge is. It's super, super soft. And I feel like it's barely taking any product, and it's really doing a good job like dispensing, like pushing the product in and just like doing what it's supposed to do. Okay, now I'm gonna go in with the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind. This one, I've used this like a million times. This is definitely one of my go-tos. I really like this one. What I'm doing is I put most of the product down here instead of literally right under my eye, just because that area is so sensitive. You don't want to like drag it or like weigh it down with a bunch of product. And I also put it up here in the hollows because it is very dark right there for me. So yeah, that would be definitely the downfall to this guy. I'm just gonna use the other side and just, I don't know, I guess blend that out. Normally I would use a brush, but because I washed all my brushes, I don't have my brush that I normally use. So what I'm doing is I'm just, oh, that's not good. I just take this product and I move it up so that the lightest bit is up there. All right, so this is a good sponge, but not for under eyes. And there we go, so far. So far, so good. All right, we obviously have to matte this down. So I'm going to be using this Airspun Loose face powder. This is a translucent one, so anybody can use it. And I generally do really like this powder. And I'm only gonna be putting this in my oily places, so basically my T-zone, and I'm just going to be patting it. Normally I would use like a sponge, but again, I washed everything, so I'm just going to be patting this here instead of really like brushing it, because I don't want to wipe away all the foundation and concealer that I literally just placed. So I'm just kind of patting it. Just like I'm powdering my nose like the old days. Just to kind of bronze everything up, I'm going to be using this Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. I haven't used this before either, but I just think it's so pretty. It's a really interesting smell. I'm not sure how I feel about it. But because this is a light bronzer, that's why I wanted to give it a try. I'm kind of doing like what I did in my Jaclyn Hill inspired video, and I'm just taking this bronzer and almost applying it like in almost like a blush, kind of like it's blush because it's a light bronzer, but I just want to give that kind of sun-kissed glow once again because we are going on date night. For blush, I'm going to go in with this NYX Ombre, and this is in the color Strictly Chic. I love this. I wish that it opened all the way, but this is what it looks like. It's that gorgeous summertime kind of like orangey glow, so I'm going to use that for my blush. And then of course to highlight, I'm going to go in with this Wet n Wild Illuminating Palette, and I'm just going to use this far shade right here. This has more of like kind of a gold color to it, so I'm just going to use that instead of like mixing it all together. Of course, can't forget about mascara. So I'm going in with an oldie but a goodie, the Great Lash by Maybelline. And I'm just gonna go ahead and apply this generously. All right, so because the eye look is a little bit more like soft, I am actually going to be going with a bold lip. Nobody ever said that on date night you had to have a smoky eye with a bold lip. I prefer it this way. Now, you can go with any drugstore bold lip that you'd like, but I am very addicted to my ColourPop lippies, and they're very, very affordable. They're usually about $5, $6, so that's about a drugstore price, so I am going to be going ahead. So I am going to be using one of those, so I'm going to be using the color Chateau. I think that I'm saying that correctly, or at least I hope that I am. So that completes the look. This is a super easy drugstore date night makeup look that you can do any way that you want. If you want to do a kind of neutral soft eye with a bold lip, this is my favorite go-to for a date night. It's super easy and super quick, and I just love it so much. So I hope that you guys enjoyed it too, and if you did, make sure to give this video a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you can be notified as to when I upload. And until next time, I hope that you guys have a good day or good night, whatever it is, wherever you are, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!